Okay, so part three and the final movie that we watched tonight was A24's mid 90s. And before I end up watching mid 90s, my favorite A24 movie was Good Time. And I'm going through all the A24 movies slowly but surely. And I like some more than others. But let me tell you, mid 90s was so fucking fantastic. 10 out of 10. And honestly, not counting my favorite comic book movies or Star Wars movies, just regular movies, I easily put this in my top 10, top 15 favorite movies of all time. Like, the cast was great. The characters were so good. Like, you got attached to them, you cared about them. And it just made me think about the 90s and how much I miss like living through. I mean, grew up in the 80s. I lived through the 90s obviously, and just everything about like the hip hop, the 90s hip hop, which I still listen to, and just the nostalgia stuff like Sunburn, the character, the little kid. I was reading Source magazines, where I would pick up Source magazines like every month, and the Ninja Turtle bedspread and the pillowcase. I had exactly the same one. Oh my god. And just like the baggy pants like I always wore, and I miss those clothes. And just hanging out with my friends like they did in this movie, where they just talked about random shit and stuff. Like, I missed that. A lot of my high school friends, we would just get together and we just talk about random shit, even like during lunch. I had a lot of my friends that were skaters, and I always wanted to skate, but I never got a skateboard or learn because I felt like, I don't know, like I would break every bone in my body trying to learn how to skate, but I've always wanted to. But yeah, the characters was great. I love fuck shit. Oh my god, the one black dude, I can't remember his name, but I felt like he was like more of like the big brother than his actual brother was, because Sunburn's brother was a dick. Like, he would just beat him up and shit. I'm like, what the fucking shit is that? Um, the party. Oh, I forgot to say this is a spoiler. My bad. But yeah, the party. Oh my god. I remember like, maybe not as crazy like that, but I remember like some high school parties and stuff and everything. And um Alexa's gonna go off. Alexa Demi, who plays Maddie.
Sorry, I don't know that
I'm
one.
not talking about you. Be quiet. I'm talking about the actress who played Maddie in Euphoria was in this movie. Oh my god, the bedroom scene with Sunbird. Like, I'm looking over my friend Alex, and I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, he's like 12 years old and she's like in high school and stuff and everything, and he looked it up and he's like, no man, she's like 31. I was like, she's 31 years old and playing a high school student in Euphoria. And this was like 2018, so she was probably in her late 20s um, when this movie came out. But I was just like, damn, when he like took off her pants and she's in her panties and in her bra, I was like, dude, I'm gonna go home and take a cold shower because I feel dirty watching this. And I was just funny after when he was just like, yeah, I just stuck two of my fingers in her vagina and she felt my dick a little bit. Oh my god, like what the fuck? Oh my god, like that was like I was laughing so hard. Like, the humor in this was just like how me and my friends used to talk like all the time and stuff. Like, fucking so good, and just listening to hip hop and everything. And that was some crazy shit when the blow up with um Sunburn and his mom in the vehicle. That was crazy. When his mom, like, they went into the skate shop and she was just like, fuckhead? No, fuck shit. I was just like laughing. Just like, no, hang out with my son again, ever again. I'm so glad, like, they still hung out with him, even though, like, his mom was like, no, don't hang out with my son. But dude, like fourth grade, man, dude, like that would be my character. If I had to like put myself in any character, I would probably be like fourth grade. Like, I always like hung out with like the really cool people, but I was always the quiet one and shit. And like when everybody was like getting into the fuck shit's like truck or his, what was it, like his Jeep or something, I can't remember, but anyway, and like how drunk it was, like how drunk he was, I was like, okay, this is not going to end up good. And the black dude should have spoke up, because I know he was like only probably the one that had like the best head on their shoulders, except for like fourth grade, and he should have been like, dude, no, man, homie, I'm not getting in your vehicle with you, you're fucking drunk. And then when it flashed and they wrecked, I was like, okay, who's dead in this? Because I was like, totally Sunburn is going to die in this. Like, I just was really shocked that everybody survived when they crashed the car. And I was just like, I felt like they were going to do something where like Sunburn like lost his legs or he was paralyzed and he couldn't skate anymore with everybody. So he would just sit there and watch everybody else skate. But I'm so glad everybody survived. And I thought the moment that really got me is when his mom went into the hospital and saw every single one of his friends sitting there in the waiting room asleep, because they like cared so much about him. And his mom was just like, like, dude, like these kids are his friends and stuff and everything. And even his brother, seems like he came around when he woke up and stuff and everything. And like the stuff like with fourth grade go around and recording everything, like that was awesome. That was like me when I went to a concert with the Family Values, like I recorded everything to just capture like all the funny shit and stuff and everything. And then like the one scene I almost forgot, when like Sunburn, like where they had like was up on the roof, and they had that like opening in between the two roofs, and then like the picnic table. Oh my god, when like Sunburn took off and he didn't go down fast enough and try to jump over, I was like, he's not gonna make it, because he's just kind of still not like an expert skater. And when he hit that picnic table, I was just like, oh my god, that was crazy. But yeah, anyway, I talked too much about this movie. Spoiler, if you haven't seen mid-90s, it was directed by Jonah Hill. Oh my god, it was just so fucking fantastic. Watch mid-90s. I'm definitely gonna watch it again. Like, I might even buy this movie. Like, I loved it that so much. It just brought back so much memories of the music and the clothes that we wore, and just all the friends like hanging out and talking and stuff and everything, and parties and shit. It just, man, this was a good throwback movie. It just made me really think about how much life was so much better back then. But anyway, yeah, mid-90s, 10 out of 10. It was fucking fantastic. I'm done for tonight, so have a great night, everybody. Talk to you later.